Hello, everybody. This is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 15. Um, yeah, the English dub finally dropped today, thank God. And I don't know how many more episodes there are, but I am kind of scared that this season is going to feature the war arc, or getting close to it at least, and it's a little terrifying, to be completely honest, because I know that there are heroes that die in this show, in this arc, and I really don't want to think of any of the heroes that we've come to know and love to be killed, because we have no resurrection quirk, which would be very, very scary, to be completely honest, because I'm assuming the drawback of it is that it would essentially kill the person if they use it too many times. So, yeah. And I am going to take a guess that what they plan on doing in 4 months is breaking All for One out of the prison, and I'm assuming that Overhaul is there too. However, what do they plan on? I am going to take a wild guess, and I haven't seen the manga or anything of that sort or any of the news involving uh what's going to happen in the manga, except for people posting crazy thumbnails and crazy titles like Midoriya going against Class 1A and Bakugo. I'm assuming that his quirk is going to go out of control and he's going to try and go out to try and get back in control of it. I don't know what's going to happen. But don't spoil anything, please. But yeah, I'm assuming that once All for One gets broken out of jail, obviously chaos will ensue, because All Might's not there to stop him this time. And he will fix Overhaul's lack of hands in exchange for his cooperation. That's what I am going to assume will happen. I don't know if that actually will, because I'm assuming Aries is going to have to get in control of her quirk at some point, so Mirio can get his quirk back. Because that's the only way I can think of him getting his quirk back. Either that, or he gets hit by one of those quirk restoring drugs that they developed, because they had both, I think, develop at that point. And he get it back that way. Those are the only two options I see for Mirio when it comes to getting his quirk back. Either Aries going to give it back to him, or he'll get hit by the quirk restoring drug. I don't know what's going to happen, but I am terrified because I know the heroes are siding with the Metal Liberation League, or our group, or whatever the heck they're called. The Metal Liberation Army, I think is what it was called. And yeah, we have no idea who's siding with them. All we know is that the sliding hero, that guy, is apparently siding with them. I know that Hawks is working undercover with them. But as far as we know, we have no idea what other heroes are working with these guys. So your guess is as good as mine on this, on who is a traitor and who is not. I'm assuming that most of Class 1A and probably Class 1B are not traitors. There are some characters we still don't know anything about, like Toru, for example. We know next to nothing about her except that her quirk is invisibility, or that her mutation is invisibility. Because as far as I know, she can't control the invisibility because we never ever see what she looks like, without the invisibility. And as far as I know, Aizawa can't get rid of that quirk, so that is a mutation quirk. However, I don't think that she has the power to use her invisibility to refract light, because that's one of her things she does, is refracting light to blind people. So how is that possible? Because the first time she used it, she had the mirrors on it, on her body to do that, but she doesn't in later shots of her using it.
Dad's playing a spooky game.
Okay, whatever, go. Whatever, I don't care if he's playing a spooky game as long as he's not being bad. But yeah, we still know next to nothing about her. That's all we know. So there is potential for her to be siding with the enemy. Why she would do so is still also up in the air, because like I said, we know next to nothing about her. We know nothing about her motivations on becoming a hero or anything. But yeah, Hawks figured out the whole 4 months thing, and then I'm guessing he gave the book to Endeavor after that point. So Endeavor now knows they have 4 months to figure out and mobilize who they can, or figure out who they can trust and who to mobilize. And if they fail, it's up to the work-study students. This is going to be tough. Anyway, yeah, Endeavor resolves himself to training all 3 of them instead of just training Todoroki. And yeah, even though the guy's a jerk, especially for what he did to his own family, he does have a few good points. You can't be using excuses out in the field like you can in school, because out in the field, it's completely different. In school, you could just end up failing in a training exercise, and there's no real consequences to your actions. Real life, there are consequences to your actions. If you are not fast enough or strong enough to protect people, there are consequences to where people could die. And he demonstrates this by the fact that he was fast enough to get in front of a vehicle and protect an innocent woman who almost got hit. She could have died had they not been there. So yeah, Bakugo does need to work on his speed, and he can't use the excuse that he has to warm up to use his quirk in the winter. He can't use that excuse, because no one's going to take that excuse if he fails to protect people because of it. So he has to get better, he has to get stronger, he's got to get faster, definitely. And he's got to get better control of his quirk. Deku definitely needs control of his quirk. And yeah, Endeavor's got some good advice on focusing on mastering the Air Force cannon thing he's got to where it becomes second nature to use. And then start working on Black Whip. Because if you master being able to use that and his regular power, then he can use it instinctively. And then he can just focus entirely on trying to master Black Whip. He can't do everything at once, especially once those other quirks start popping up, which I am very eager to see, considering how we know next to nothing. We know nothing about the other users of One for All at this point. We don't know what Nana Shimura's other quirk was before she got One for All. We know nothing about the other characters at all, which makes me really excited for that. However, I'm also scared, like I said, for the war arc. But yeah, Shoto needs to work harder on controlling his fire, being able to focus it, being able to control the temperature, controlling everything about it, essentially. And using that with not only his ice, obviously, as well, because he's got still a little bit more to learn on that one. But yeah, Endeavor did have a few good points. If I miss anything important, please let me know in the comments, but try not to, if it pertains to something that's spoilery for the future, let me know. Or don't let me know what the spoiler is, just let me know that it pertains to a spoiler in the future. That's all you have to say, and then I'll be okay. Anyway, I'll get to work on editing The Last of Oron, because that's all I've got left. is... How much do I have left? Because... hold on... I just have 2 more videos, essentially. 22 and 23, and then 24, 25, and 26. And then I have, the first thing of the bloopers. Which I technically, if I wanted to, I could upload the bloopers now, if I wanted to. Anyway, I'll see everybody next time.